Oh, good afternoon, everyone. We're almost done setting up here, and we're hoping the simulator is going to work better today than it did the last time. There's no thunderstorms this afternoon, so we're just going to have to hope. Getting the launch monitor ready here. It's still showing red. So I'm going to mess around with that for a minute, and then we should be good to go. Now we're blue and now we're green, so it was detecting shots, looking for the input. Decided to add a new little wrinkle. I apologize for those of you that have to look at my legs, but I added a shot cam down at the bottom just to show the ball impact. Maybe we can lower it a little bit. That's a little better. You don't have to look as much. So we're at Simulating Bay Hill today down in Orlando. I spoke to somebody the other day who is a member there or works with somebody who's a member there. So I thought, hey, let's give it a try. So we're playing the green tees, which is 7,393 yards as per usual. We're going to be trying to break 85. And other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So our first hole here is a 458-yard par 4. Kind of looks like it heads out straight, 250 to 260, and then a little bit of a dog leg to the left. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, we're starting out with a bit of a slice. Just going to curve the edge there, though. Is that the shallow rough or the fairway? No, I actually managed to hit a fairway. Okay. But we still got 236 yards into the hole from here. I mean, it's a very long par 4, and I really didn't get a hold of it. I mean, 218 yards is really not a very long drive when you think about it. I mean, I could have hit my 3-wood further than that. I'm going to have to try and hit my 3-wood, for that matter, further than that. I think I came down on top of the ball there. And it's headed right for the bunker. Just stop short. All right, I'll take that. 35 yards. It's not terrible. I'd rather be a little bit short than in the bunker. To be honest, the bunkers are pretty hard to figure out. No different than playing actual golf on a course. Just to reiterate again, we're playing the green tee, 7,393 yards, but the auto putt, as per usual, is set to random. So however close I get to the hole, the game is going to determine whether or not it's a 1-putt, a 2-putt, a 3-putt, since we can't putt on this launch monitor. Ooh, sit down. That's a 2-putt at worst. All right, yeah, 2-putt bogey. Second hole, 221-yard par 3. Looks like it's playing 10 and change downhill. Looks like 10 feet, not 10 yards. I'm going to double check that on the computer so I don't make a mistake in the club choice. Yeah, it is 10 feet. Okay, so we're playing 369, about 218 yards. Gonna pull out a 5-wood for that. Put the smaller tee in there for this shot. I think I pulled that. Yeah. Oh, yep. There it is. Pulled that way left. I could feel it in my hand. This came undone a little bit from that, but that's I can worry about that later. 58 yards. All right, so we'll pull out our 60-degree wedge. Sitting in the regular rough. We're not in deep rough. Just try and push it close once again. 2-putt for bogey at worst. Hopefully. No, too soft. Okay. Back to the bunker. All right, but we got the 1-putt, so it's still a bogey. So moving on to the third hole here. This is 428 yards. Water in that lake there all to the left. 300 yards to the bunker straight out. We want to take it to the right. And then it's going to go over the water or down kind of along the fairway to the left there to go out to the green. So we got to keep this to the right, which if my slice from the first shot is any indication, isn't going to be a problem. I'm going to use the lower tee. I was driving the ball better with that the other day, so I'm going to try that again. Oh, the tee went flying. But definitely making better connection with the ball and the driver, having the lower tee height. And 246 carry yards. 161 now into the green. The only problem is, oh, here it is. I didn't really know where my tee went flying to. And yeah, that was 253 goes slightly downhill, but 248 adjusting for actual distance versus what the game credited me. But 161 is kind of tough because that's between a 7-iron and an 8-iron. It does look as though short of the green is bunkers and long would be the better play because you could hit to the back of the green. So we're going to take a 7-iron. I'm going to take a 7-iron and swing easy. That's going to be left. I knew as soon as I hit it, I pulled it. And that's going to be in the water. All right, we're not connecting good with the iron right now. We'll drop it here. This is going to be shot number 4, 125 yards away. It's a 46-degree approach wedge, but we got to figure out what the adjustment we need to make is to stop going left. So I don't know if that means I need to move the ball back further in my stance. I hit the mat there because of where I moved it, so that's going to be back in the water. All right, 38 yards, shot number 6. Already getting our blow-up hole in and out of the way, apparently. It's always good to do that early. Eliminate hope on the first couple holes of reaching your goal for the round so that you can spend the rest of it just relaxing and whacking the ball around the course, not worrying about your score because it's already so bad. Oh, did that not? I might have stood too far away from the... Oh, no, there it goes. It was just delayed. Okay. 14 yards. Quite a number of feet. Which made it a 3-putt. So, that leads us into the 4th hole. This is a par 5, 560 yards. Currently 7 over par. So, not exactly the phenomenal start, but I think we've all been there at one point or another. It's one of those rounds where you think to yourself, am I even going to be under 100 today? Water's still to the left, but the drive is straight out. There is out of bounds all along this hole to the right. Wow, that was a massive pull. Off the tree. Onto a green of, I don't know if it's the last hole or one of the other holes, but that was interesting. Okay. I guess we're taking a 7-iron and just trying to get back into play. That one I don't think was left. Alright, that was better. We straightened it out a bit. Should land in the fairway. I think the hole that I'm supposed to be on, but I'm not 100% sure. We're still 255 away, but in the fairway, so let's take a 3-wood. Just try and get it close to where we can chip and maybe get a par. Maybe being the imperative key word. That felt good, but we'll see. Really, there's a bit of a delay with the launch monitor today not picking this up. But that's all right. 26 yards away. Gonna try and get close for par here. Otherwise, maybe just a bogey. Whatever way it turns out, I can live with it. As long as we didn't go out of bounds or in the water this hole, miraculously. Think straightened out the issue with pulling the iron. Had to make an adjustment in my stance. I think I was facing this way, which is turning my body that way and pulling. I apologize for the delay. Sit, sit, sit. Don't roll off. It rolled off. It's hard with these real short chips because of the launch monitor not being able to pick up a putt. because you end up hitting it too hard. Like you see there, it went past, it was too hard. So unless I get a one putt. Oh, they did. They gave me a one putt for bogey. Okay. Fifth hole, 396. One of the shorter par fours we've seen so far. All right, I like that. Just got to stay out of the bunker. Leaves us 135 in. 135 is a 9-iron or a pitching wedge. Looks like there's bunkers all around the green. There's past, there's ahead. So we're going to take a pitching wedge, because if it comes up short, there's a better chance I'll be in the fairway just short of the green versus that bunker on the right based on the positioning. Whereas if I go long, I'm probably going to be in that longer bunker in the back. Well, that's not pulled, but it is, well, it was right. It's drawing back a little bit. Okay, cool. Should be a par at the worst. Yep. Moving on to our next par 5, 574 yards, water right out on the tee. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to take a chance. We're going to grip it and rip it. If we go over the water and we actually do clear to the fairway, which it looks like takes a 238-yard drive to do, it's going to let us go for the green in 2. And since we're not breaking 85 today, unless we get some birdies or maybe an eagle and play a little aggressive, I'm going to go all or nothing here. There goes the tee. Oh, that's perfect if it's long enough. All right. Well, at least the driver seems to be dialed in with that lower tee. We're still a good ways from the green, though. I underestimated the hole. We're definitely not making it in 2. I'm going to pull out a 3-wood and get it as close as I can, but there's no way we're hitting 280-something yards. I thought off the tee, going over the water like that would take a little bit more off the hole than it did. That felt good. I don't know if it's going to be straight. It looks like we're back to delays. Well, it was straight, but apparently the game didn't aim me to the hole. It aimed me... I think it just ripped me off. All right, well, we're going to have to punch this out here. I'm just going to punch it with the 3-wood. Great, hit the tree anyway. Well, at least we have a viewpoint now. I can pull out a 9-iron. Just make sure we're aimed the right way here.
Literally on mobile right now. Yeah. You guys not use Discord?
All right. Yeah, 146. That's got to stay. It should be a bogey because of the one shot off the tree. Missed opportunity for sure. Yeah. Okay. So not terrible though. Par 3, 2 feet up, 193. Really, 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 really don't want to have to hit a 5-iron, but this is the yardage that calls for it. There's bunkers in the front, so if I took a 6 to try and just leak it on, it's going to go in the bunker. I don't know about that. Yeah, that was... It's pushed so far out to the right. It's just such a bad shot. All right, but we're only about 56 out, so we're going to take the 60 degree and just try and knock one up there close. I missed what it gave me. All right, it looks like it gave me a par, so that's good. Get a little bit of a break after hitting so terribly. Moving on to the 8th hole though, par 4. Terrible first 9 holes, but what are you going to do? 460 yards. I seem to have lost my little tee. Oh, there it is. I think that's way right. Yeah, but it's drawing back to the left, so massive break on that one. We definitely got away with a bad shot. Now, I could say I did that on purpose and decided to try and move the ball, but I have no idea what happened or how I did it, so can't really take credit for that. 185, going uphill. After what I just did with the 5-iron, I'm not taking the chance. I'm going to go 6-iron, and if I'm short, I'm short. I think it's straight. Yep. Actually hit it straight for once. Missed the bunker. Sit. Come on, green edge. It's going to make me putt or chip that? Really? All right, so let's take the 46 degree and just kind of tap it as softly as we possibly can. No, too soft. Oh no, it did. Okay, just delayed. All right, we can live with that. 2 putt for bogey. I'm okay with that. These greens, obviously, very tough for Bay Hill, so the game giving me a 2 putt from 9 feet, 10 feet is not entirely unrealistic for my skill set. In fact, I would argue it's more entirely realistic for my skill set, but ninth hole, 474, par 4. Oh, that was terrible. I hit the mat before the ball. And you can see the result. You can probably see it on the shot cam too, that it hit down like right here. See where the club face is versus the tee. So instead of following through, it just kind of bounced. We're still a good long ways from the green too. I'm going to hope the game's lining me up the right way this time because I trusted it last time and it burned me. That's going to go right. Way right. We are not having a good round today. All right, 138 yards to go. Pull out the pitching wedge. Make an attempt here to hit the ball without embarrassing myself. Key word there being attempt. That should be all right, maybe a little left. Contact was good. Screwing me on the bunker though. I don't know how I'm supposed to get this up over that lip. I have to take the 60 degree and open the face, but I don't know if this is gonna. This is probably gonna hit it and bounce backwards. So I guess rather than this, I'm gonna put the face more like that. Try and get it as high as I can. All right. Well, it's way short, but we got it out. It's better than bouncing back into the bunker. So through 9 holes, another bogey. Let's see where we ended up here. We are currently 11 over through the 9-hole mark. Let's actually... we can leave that where it is. 400 yards, par 4. I think that one was okay. Yeah, it felt good. Don't go in that bunker. Come on. Alright, so 152 in. 5 yards up, playing 157. That's going to be an 8 iron or an easy 7 iron. I'm going to full swing an 8 iron. Just seems to be easier. Ball came right back to me. That's it. That stays on, it's a par. There we go. First par of the day, I think. Alright, so what do we got here? This is a par 4, 437 yards. There's water left at the tee box. It's 300 yards out to that bunker, which I won't hit. That's right. Alright, no, maybe not as right as... But it's right. If you look at the flight on the bottom right-hand corner there, it's definitely pushed a little bit, but it helps out. So 173, 4 feet up. We're going to take the 7 iron. Got water all to the left there. A couple bunkers out guarding the green. That felt pulled. Just a little pulled, though. It's actually going to be okay. That should be another par, hitting that green in regulation. Oh, they gave us the 1-putt birdie. Okay, let's take that. 562 now, 5 yards, 5 feet up, water in front of the tee box. A bunker, looks like 280 out. So we're just going to have to grip it and rip it. And just hope we don't pull this so badly that it actually ends up in the water. That's not in the water. Might be in that bunker. Sit down, sit down. The rough is better. Sit down. Didn't sit down. That's still going to be 310 going in from here. You can go. I don't care. Yeah. So 310 from the bunker. I don't really know what to hit out of a fairway bunker. But it's sitting up. The lie is good. You could see it's not buried on the screen there. So if it's not buried, I'm going to take the 3-wood. Fairway bunker, you're not trying to get behind it anyway. You're just trying to make contact all ball. Out of the sand, I would say 3-wood gets us up about maybe 180 to 200 yards. Takes about 30 yards off it. So if we can get 200 yards out of it, 110, 180 leaves 140. That was good contact. Because it's out of the bunker, though, it pushed it way off to the right. That's all right. It got the 200 yards I was talking about. It leaves us 119 in. We'll take the approach wedge, 46 degree. Might be a little short heading out of the rough, but I think it's too few remaining yards to hit a pitching wedge, and I don't want to hit too soft coming out of the rough. I don't want to take a soft swing, I should say. That might be pulled a little, but yeah, it was definitely pulled. Good contact, though. Definitely right yardage. A little too forward in the stance, so I turned around on it, but 19 yards. Little bump and run here. Might be too much. Yeah, it was too much. Alright, but they gave us the one putt again, so we got a par, which is nice. Alright, so this hole is going to be a little tricky. There's water out there. There's a bunker out there. The bunker is 243 yards. The aiming point right here is about 250, so we're not going to hit the water off the tee. We're not going to hit far enough for that, but going into that bunker puts us at major risk of going in the water because of the second shot. And those bunkers are reachable from the tee, even for me, so. All right, cut right, cut. Not cutting. It's gonna be in the sand. All right. Well, we're not in the sand. We are in the rough, but I'd rather be in the rough than the sand. So 100 yards. It is out of the rough. I am going to take the 46 again and try to go past the flag. Only because I don't think I can get it over the water with a 50 degree coming out of thick grass, and I'd rather be long of the pin and on the green or off the back than short and in the rocks or in the water. All right, it's on a good line. Just got to sit. Gonna make me chip that, of course it is. But it went exactly as planned. It's off the back. We're chipping, not taking the risk of the water. Slight left to right break. I'm gonna switch out the club here. The bump and run the last time with the approach wedge was not very good. I mean, I could maybe even use the putter. This doesn't pick up putting per se, but that's going to be left. But all right, within 9 feet, one putt for par. Doing pretty good. Back nine certainly better than the front. 223 yards. Looks like 6 and change, almost 7 feet up. Par 3. 223 is a long par 3. I'm going to take the... I don't know what I'm going to take. I guess take 5 wood. And the green is surrounded by bunkers. And there's another one long. Yeah, let's go with the 5 wood. My little tee shot off somewhere. I have no idea where it went. Ooh, spider. Not spider. Fly. Spider I killed the other day. Alright, I pulled it. It was the right club, but I pulled it. So we got a 15-yard bunker shot. Hard to see because the tree's in the way. Pull out a 60-degree wedge here. Bay Hill in Florida, in Orlando, is the course we're on. 7,393 yards from the green tee. Alright, so that went a little long. We're going to have to try and hit this as soft as possible. Get it close in for a one-putt bogey. If the launch monitor even picks up a shot that soft. Yep, it did. We got the one putt, we got the bogey, so I'll take that. Got away with one there. This hole's got out of bounds to the left. It's got water to the right. It's a dog leg to the right. Get to the hole, so we're just going to aim straight out with the driver. Go find another tiny tee here. He went flying again. Oh, there it is. Of course, a little too straight because it's out of bounds. Yeah, Mario probably would have made that as a birdie and not a par. So where did we end up here? Is that... I guess we aim like right about here, because I felt like I hit that pretty straight and pretty well, and it still went out of bounds, so... To be fair, Mario's a better golfer than I am. Mario can also hit like rainbow power shots and fireball shots and things that I can't do. Alright, so that keeps it out of the OB on the left. Gonna have a tree in the way here though, depending on the bounce. Yeah, I mean the tree is 110% in the way, so let's just punch out just to the left here. A little bit of delay on that. Yeah, there we go. All right, 115, back to the 46 degree. Hitting out of the rough, cost us a stroke. We've already hit 4 because of the OB. He probably does clean his balls more than me. Because if I did it often enough, my dad wouldn't have to remind me on every hole, would he? That's going to be left. I pulled it. And it almost annoys me that I know before the simulator picks up the ball flight that I hit it one direction or another the wrong way. Because there's zero hope. You can't just have the tiny little bit of hope that you hit it where it needed to go. No, it's, you know from the contact you hit it the wrong direction. All right, 17 yards. This is the first blow-up hole on the back nine, though. We had a couple on the front nine. How did that go so far over out of the rough? It said it went 15 yards, and it said I was sitting at 17 yards, unless I misread it. I don't have my glasses on. Oh no, it was saying it was 15 yards from the hole where it landed. All right, so that's an 8. That's a quadruple bogey. That's pretty solid there. All right, 3 holes to go. This is a par 5. This is playing 502 yards at the moment. The aiming point just before this bunker is going to be about 250, 260. So hopefully we can get this one straight. My tee disappeared again. It's the problem with the little ones is sometimes they go flying out of the holder. Oh no, it's still in the holder. Okay, no, I'm losing my mind then. Yeah, it's unfortunately it doesn't rain every 2 minutes on the simulator. Unlike in Mario Golf, although I can set it to rain. But this is hard enough as it is without rain, so I kind of just leave it alone. The challenge aspect of this for me is that I set the game to play at the farthest most yardage. Whereas if I were playing in person, I might play like the blue tee or the white tee, 63, 6,400 yards, 67, 6,800 maybe. This is 73, 7,400 yards. Okay, so this is 237 from here, 176, and there's water up there, so I can't go for it. So just take a 7-iron. Try to get it over those trees into a small approach shot of like 70, 80 yards. Okay, that should be perfectly fine. Yeah, see 70, 80 yards. It got 69 in. Okay. Alright, 69 yards to the hole. 60-degree wedge out of the fairway. Should be a pretty straightforward shot. Should being the imperative key word. It's got to sit, but it should be fine. Green in regulation, should be a par. Nope, bogey. Got a 3-putt. That's unfortunate. But they gave me some very generous 1-putts earlier they shouldn't have, so that's okay. All right, 220, 17th hole, par 3, 10 feet down. It's going to play about 217, so this will be a 5-wood. All right, that's going straight. Got to get down. All right, a little long, but I'll take it. It was right at it. Well struck. Nice little bump and run here with the 60 degree. Ooh, almost went in. That should be a par. All right, 18th hole, 449 yards, playing 4 yards uphill. Nowhere near breaking 85, but I think if we're lucky, we might be under 100. That felt decent. Pulled a little bit, but that's going to hit the cart path. Yeah. Stop, stop. Didn't stop. Well, I have no idea what to do here. I think it's about 200 yards, and I don't believe the tree's going to be in the way, but about 180. All right, let's take a 6-iron. Hopefully it doesn't clip the branches. If it does, then it is what it is. We're going to have to hit another one. At a minimum, it shouldn't be in the water. At best case scenario, we get up towards the green. It's pulled again. And it clipped the branch a little bit, but it made it through. So we are looking at a chip. Little 27-yarder downhill, so we got to land it short. Let it funnel up towards that hole. Perfect. Sit right there. All right, so that last hole was a bogey. We had a much better back nine than we did on the front nine. The front nine was pretty rough. Just looking at the scorecard. I can read it from here, yeah. All right, so the first nine was 47. The back nine was 42. So we picked up 5 extra strokes on the back nine. Actually shot 89, so we were able to break 90, but we weren't able to break 85. That front nine was a killer. Starting with the bogey wasn't terrible, but the third hole, getting a 9 was 5 over par. That's the hole that killed us, and then that triple bogey 8 on 15. Those two holes combined prevented us from getting to 85 today. But that's going to do it from here. We're going to transition and find somebody to raid before coming back online later tonight, maybe 8 o'clock. Just want to say thank you to everybody. If you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if there's any courses you'd like us to play. Anyone, if you wouldn't mind following if you aren't already on Twitch. But thanks a lot. Probably doing Mario Golf or Super Mario 3 randomizers tonight, but we'll be back about 8 o'clock. So thanks, everybody.
every song on it's pretty damn good. But there's a lot of Mars Volta. If you go and search on your own, it's just fucking awful. Like I've seen there was like this jazz drummer on YouTube who reacts to music a lot, and he does a really good job. So he reacted to the Mars Volta, but he reacted to like their live performance at like Yahoo Studios or whatever with like Thomas Pridgeon, and they played like Roulette Dares, and it's just fucking trash, man. It's just